So if you were picking, those were already scraps other
Those were
people
stolen.
gave
They were
up.
already stolen.
Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe. But it was usually like a cousin that would come by and be like, I'm sure one of the Kerrigan kids needs a bike, but we didn't have locks for it. So they were just piled in.
I don't ever remember, until my adult life, I never locked a bike up.
No.
Ever.
No.
I just remember throwing it on the ground and
if
just
it got
leave it there and it was
stolen,
there.
But did it get
We only
stolen?
had one time we only had a bike stolen. That's what I'm saying. And because we're all
you grew
neighborhood
up in
kids,
a nice neighborhood.
It's an okay neighborhood, but if you took it, chances are we were going to see you riding it, or someone we knew was going to see you riding it. You had to come from somewhere else to get a bike in our neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what they would do. Yeah, it was, we had the projects, the playground, and then our neighborhood. So it was like we would meet in the middle and fight each other, or from just other neighborhoods coming down into our neighborhood, and we didn't go in other people's neighborhoods back then. So, if this was where you're from and you venture out, you're on your own. So, whatever. I did venture out a lot, but those kids would come and try to. But these two kids specifically, they were in the yard. We heard them, and they must have been going through it because our yard looked like Sanford and Son. It was a problem. There was all kinds of broken shit out there, And so they must have been going through it. And then Fluffy was like, and I was like, let's let her out, see what happens. And we let her out, and I never saw two. And they were young. I've never seen kids not put their feet to climb the fence.
They just hurtled.
It was just and they up and ran, and Fluffy chased them all the way back.
Really?
She didn't come back for hours. Like, these poor kids. I hope they're still alive. It's not my business, but it was a long time ago.
They're still alive, little Fluffy out there.
And she was a sheep and poodle. She wasn't even like a Rottweiler or something, like a scary dog. She was a fluffy dog. But I remember we all went to my sister Karen, the favorite, which reminds me, I have to tell you what happened. So we all went to her house, which was like 4 blocks away, because my dad, the house...
only child your dad will have hang out.
100%. And by the way, it was his house she was living in. He gave it to her. We got nothing. No, I'm kidding. She bought it. She bought it.
Okay, all right.
It was for sale.
But he wouldn't sell it to you guys.
I'm sure he gave her a discount. But her and her husband were either renting or buying. I forget. But it was my grandmom's house. My dad's mom. And then my mom's mom lived right up the street from there. So my mom and dad grew up one street apart. So we were it was Thanksgiving. We go to her house, and we left Fluffy at home. Well, this bitch was like, I'm not staying here with no food. And I'm going to be honest, you talk about not locking bikes. I don't even think we had a lock on our front door. It was like, if you come in, that's on you. You now made a fatal mistake.
11 of you in there. Yeah.
Of walking in to a tribe. And you don't know who's sleeping over. Because my brother Jimmy, all his friends used to get kicked out of their house. So he would just have them sleeping randomly. Like the Rizzos were always there. Like Jimmy Rizzo, always. He would eat my mom's lunch. And then...
For her work? Nuh-uh. Like the lunch she made the night before?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And she'd be like, God damn it, these goddamn... But if my mom said, she's like, at least they're not out stealing cars. So at least they're here. So she would go to work. And I remember, and Jimmy, we were so close with the Rizzos. Like, I grew up with David, Bobby grew up with Mike, Johnny grew up with Chrissy. Like, it was just how it worked. And so my mom knew their parents too. They grew up together. That's how neighborhoody it was. And so Jimmy was like, hey, that egg salad was good. And my mom's like, you ate it. You ate it. You, I can hit. You.
I can hit.
So it was like that. But, you never knew what you were coming into. So I don't ever remember locking the doors. But Fluffy could figure out how to get out. And she was scratching on my sister's door.
She knew where you all went?
She went to my grandma's. She used to walk, my mom's mom would walk by herself. They never drove. My mom never drove. Her mom never drove. She would walk. My grandma would come over, hang out with us, whatever. Probably babysitting. Who knows? And Fluffy would walk her home all the way to the house and walk back by herself.
No shit. And everybody knew Fluffy.
They'd be like, "Hey, Fluffy," you're like, "Hey, got any biscuits or food?" Because they don't have
Did she
shit.
get along with the tiger?
She never. I don't know if Fluffy met the tiger. That's interesting to think of because Fluffy was always around us,
Got a tiger attitude.
100%. But she was probably busy. She also played with this dog.
Busy.
She became friendly with this dog, Blackie. And Blackie lived like
So wait,
next to the Jaffagliones.
that's the best last name in the history of last names. The Jaffagliones.
As Steve Simone would say, "Here's your sign. Greatest last name ever."
But wait, Fluffy, like the dog named Blackie, was Blackie black?
Yes.
Well, then Fluffy wasn't racist.
Right. She just if
didn't
you didn't like
people.
but
Fear.
a lot of times like black people, "Hey, get that dog away from me," and they would get fear, and she would go after
Like,
them.
I got one. Here we go.
Here it goes. But in fairness to Fluffy, she also bit Michael Mulvihill and Carol Rawlings. So
White people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are white names. Mulvihill's a white name. But yeah, she. Whatever. But this thing. Wait, what was I just telling you about? My brain went. Oh, with her going to my sister's house, walking my grandma home.
she came
Oh,
over.
with Blackie. So she would go with Blackie, and my mom would be like running late for work, and she's like, as long as the kids are at school, make sure you're in school. You know, she would run to her job. She worked for the Philadelphia Navy Shipyard, and she'd go walk to the bus, and as she's walking to the bus, Blackie, the dad, and Fluffy would be there, and Fluffy, the guy had Fluffy on a leash, and my mom's
No.
like, oh boy. So my mom
Fluffy
my mom would
got
like
his ass.
walk by, and the guy goes, "Don't worry, she doesn't bite." My mom's like, "Yeah, I know." She ignored her, and she
And
pet her.
Fluffy wasn't like barking like,
Like, hey, that's my lady.
yeah.
That's my.
That's the lady that doesn't
I
feed
think
me.
that's the owner. Is that my? And so, poor thing. And my mom just walked by and went on the bus and was like, Fluffy was out, and they have her on a leash. She got pregnant by that dog.
Nuh-uh. Fluffy is too much.
What a whore. My mom, poor babe. I don't know how to get rid of the babies. She had an abortion
10
whore.
kids, a fucking dog, and now the dog's got puppies.
The dog's like, this
Jesus.
house is horny. I'm going out to get some. There's too many kids in this
Oh
house.
my God, your fucking life. Let's take a quick break and tell you about our first sponsor, Mint Mobile. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only by cutting out retail stores. There's no crazy overhead costs that get passed down to you in the form of mystery fees. Instead, Mint just passes on sweet savings direct to you. For people looking for extra savings, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/honeydew. That's mintmobile.com/honeydew. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/honeydew. Our next sponsor is Purple. Doesn't it seem like the world's against us from getting a good night's sleep this time of year? But when you have a Purple mattress, you can sleep cool and comfortable no matter what the world throws at you. That's because only Purple mattresses have the Grid. Its unique ventilated design allows air to flow through to help you sleep cool, even when it feels like 1,000 degrees out. And the Grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips, no matter how you sleep. Unlike memory foam, which remembers everything, the Grid bounces back as you move and shift. So you never get that I'm stuck feeling you do with memory foam. I'll tell you what I love too. I got the Purple pillow. I sleep on it every night. I love it. It keeps me nice and cool. It's good support. I'm a side sleeper. It's a great pillow for that. All right? So here's what you can do. You can try your Purple mattress risk-free with free shipping and returns. Financing is available too. Purple is comfort reinvented. So right now, you can get 10% off any order of $200 or more. Go to purple.com/honeydew and use promo code honeydew. That's purple.com/honeydew, promo code honeydew for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/honeydew, promo code honeydew. Terms apply. Our next sponsor is Fitbod. Don't get stuck doing the same workouts. Making progress towards the future you means overcoming new challenges. Fitbod creates a fitness program that continually adapts with new exercises and dynamic intensity that adjusts to how you're progressing. So you'll be challenged to meet your goals at your own pace, all right? There's no perfect body that everyone can achieve, but what we can do is continually to become a better version of ourselves, all right? No workout is one size fits all, so Fitbod creates a fitness program that continually adapts to you, so you stay challenged with new exercises, pacing, and intensity based on where you are and what you want to be, all right? So I've already lost about 15 pounds now. I like to say 16 because it's 1 pound more, but it's about that. And I've been working out and I've been staying healthy, and I've downloaded the app on my phone. It's super easy to use, and I've been using it, and I love it. I'm going to tell you, you can pick workouts that are tailored toward your equipment and goals. So, like, if I'm on the road and I don't have a gym, I can find equipment in there or workouts on there to do without equipment, all right? I usually get bored. I'm always just try, and with Fitbod, it's constantly reinventing the workout so I don't have to get bored, all right? So whether you're exercising 3 days a week or twice a day, every workout is scientifically proven to be better than the last. And Fitbod workouts are balanced to avoid overworking muscles with varied exercises to keep you sharp. Like I said, no equipment, no worries. Fitbod has body weight routines for those looking to get fit at home or on the go. Fitbod is super easy to use and even has HD video tutorials to make learning new exercises a breeze, all right? Pick up the pace on your fitness journey with Fitbod today, and your future self will thank you. Get 25% off your membership at fitbod.me/honeydew. That's 25% off at fitbod.me/honeydew.
So when people are like, oh, why did you move to LA? I'm like, you come over for a minute.
Well, I always think of you whenever I see people who are, soft or any of these people that bitch about something. I told you a little story before here, and you're like, and I'm like, this girl heard that shit and she quit the job, and you're like, I would have sat there and talked to him for 3 to 4 hours, and I'm like, that's exactly, I mentioned you, like Eleanor would talk to this guy. So you mentioned also, like, you said I'm working on my anger, and I know you're half joking. So
no.
I know, but
you mean working on it?
Working on it, yes.
I let it out.
That's the part you're joking on. But I know you have anger. Can we talk about, like, because you're so familiar to me. Your way is, like, I watch you and Dice on the way you talk to one another. But also, I know, like, with your brothers, you're like, you don't have time for the bullshit.
No.
You don't have time for the fucking bullshit.
And it's a lot of bullshit.
You've done that. So I've always respected that about you. But why do you feel like, because I know I'm angry. I mean, what was it that your dad left? What was it that really got you into being just like fucking pissed about things?
I don't know. I know that, like, my mom would be like, just don't break anything up here. Like, I could break stuff that was already broken in the yard, because my little brother Bobby makes fun of me because it would be the dumbest things that I get angry about. So I always try to figure out, why would that make you angry? Or why did you get to that level?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be blow drying my hair, right? And I have big, curly, crazy hair. So it is not a easy tame, right? So I'm like learning how to tame this thing, and it wasn't working. And and this is at my mother's house, where I'm sure somebody was in the shower, because that's our bathroom. Somebody could be taking shit, somebody taking a shower, and somebody's blow drying their hair.
I want to ask you about that too. Like,
it's a
row home. What did you have? Did you have 2?
No, well, 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
So
thank God.
Right, but there was times where I'm in the shower, Jimmy's shaving, Johnny's taking a shit, and we're all in this room.
Right.
So that could be, that stench, or
never having
Jimmy
your own
peering
privacy.
in. No, I'm just kidding. He always used to joke. He's like, come on, I'll give you a piece of gum. Come on.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. He was kidding. But Jimmy's a pervert and open about it. You know, he'll be like, oh, look at that. Like, he'll be like, damn, that girl's hot. And his daughter will be like, Dad, she's my age. You know, and he's like,
he's
oh,
still
my
that
fault.
way.
My fault. And then he'll go, but look at her. Look at the girl. Look at the girl. Like,
But am I wrong?
Hey.
Wrong?
But he doesn't touch. He's more of a talker. You know, like a...
About
whatever.
them, not
He's-
to them so much.
He's somebody that no,
He still has game?
he would he's somebody that like that girl would get offended by, or whomever the person would get offended by, because like even when he would come visit, I was living with my roommate Chris. We lived together for 12 years out here. He was my best friend. We both sucked cock, so we were one. And so we got along great, like amazing. And we were polar opposites in that, like, he was a morning person, like a chipper.
I know those people, yeah.
Motherfucker. And he used to fuck with me, and he'd open the door and go, good morning, good morning. I'm like, I'll take your life away from you. You know, don't do. And so he would laugh and then slam the door and like run away. Like we close, tight. So whatever, we're still tight to this day. So Chris, he goes, Elle, I think somebody's outside calling you. And I'm like, what do you mean? And we lived like over the garage. We had a little cute little balcony. And then he pulled up and this person pulls up in the driveway and he's like, Titty.
Titties yelling.
And he goes, I think it's for you. So I go outside. It's my brother Jimmy.
He's yelling,
Titty. I know. But like Chris was like, a lot of people might get upset down there. I'm like, no, it's amazing. Just yelling. But that's who Jimmy is. Whatever. So I go back to the bathroom, like with Bobby. I was blow drying my hair. I don't know where Bobby was, if he was like in the shower, getting out of the shower. Who knows? You know, and it was tiny. It's a tiny little.
Yeah, I had one.
You know, it's not even half the size of this
No.
room. It's even closer. Yeah. It's probably from you to the wall. And so, anyway, so I was, God, fuck, I must have had a date or something. Who knows? I was probably trying to get some. And I'm blow drying my hair and it's not working. I went, motherfucker. And I threw the blow dryer through the medicine cabinet, which is glass.
Yeah.
The mirror shatters and Bobby goes, now how are you going to fix your hair, you fucking idiot? And he just walked away. And I was just like, but like, that's a normal occurrence. There's shattered glass everywhere. And it's just like, all right, I'll go in the other room we all did it. I mean, maybe Bobby did. I don't know. I know I'm bad. I've punched through things. Jimmy has broken things.
I punched my share of walls when I was younger, for sure.
Did you fight a lot growing up? Like, I fought
a ton. I was in a ton of fights, especially at 16, 17. After my dad died and we were on our own.
Oh, shit.
If you brushed against me the wrong way, I was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved it. That's the other thing. I loved it. I was not scared of confrontation. I was not scared of, like once your dad walks away from you, it's like, what the fuck are you, unless you have a gun or a knife, what are you going to do?
And even then,
not
we were
me.
still in.
Listen, I'm running if I see a gun, I'm running. Zigzagging.
I've had them both. I've had the knife one wasn't me. It was my friend was having a fair fight with a friend, and she pulled a knife, and I was like, no, we're not doing knives. And she's like, fuck you, and she started to come at me. I go, okay, but she don't know that I grew up around, because I'm out of my neighborhood. I'm now on 2nd Street. This is 100% Irish except for one block, which is mixed Puerto Rican and Irish. One block, and they're all related, and they already know me. So you're good. I'm good. I'm okay. This girl and I have already had our thing. We had our fight, so we know where we are with one another, kind of thing. So I was like, no, you're not pulling a knife on her. And she came after me, and she don't know, in my neighborhood, I have a lot of, they used to say there's something in the water in our neighborhood.
Water.
That we put out the craziest of South Philly came from this neighborhood. And this guy, Patty, used to teach me how to take knives off people.
Nuh-uh.
Just because we were bored. 13 years old. He's like, all right, I'm coming at you. What do you do?
I fucking love it.
So he would do it to me, and I'd be like, ow, and I'm like, damn. And now I look like Edward Scissorhands because I got cuts all over. I'm trying to take this knife. I'm learning. But now, flash to, I could have been a year or two later, this girl pulls a knife, and I'm like, no. Patty Cantlin taught me this. And I took it off her, and she was just like, and we became instant friends.
Really?
Instant friends. Tightest, one of my best friends.
Still.
Unfortunately, she's doing life in prison. She did not learn.
That's not where I thought that was going to go.
She did not learn from that mistake. She did not.
Sounds like she might have took that knife back,
She came from one of the craziest families.
Are you still in touch with her?
Nah.
No.
We all lost touch with her. Everybody asks, and
What happened?
I have no idea.
You really don't know why she's serving?
I really don't.
Oh.
I lost contact with her.
Oh, before that.
Yeah, and then everybody was just looking. You know how the Facebook,
I
the
thought
social
prison
media,
may have taken her away from you.
social media, all that shit. People are like, "Where is this person? Where is